Hello everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with me Hema Subramanian. Most of the times we have a little bit of leftover rice and usually it gets wasted or we're wondering how we can reuse this. So today I'm going to share 4 incredibly delicious recipes using leftover rice. So let's get started and check it out. To a large bowl, take 2 cups of leftover rice. If you have any rice left over from the previous day, you can try this recipe. It's a very interesting recipe. Next to the rice, add 1 large onion finely chopped, 2 medium-sized green chilies chopped, a piece of ginger finely chopped, 4 cloves of garlic finely chopped, a few curry leaves finely chopped. So you can see we have chopped all the ingredients nice and fine, and some freshly chopped coriander leaves. So gently mix everything together along with the rice. Next I'm going to add all the spice powders, starting with 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons Kashmiri red chilli powder, 1 teaspoon cumin powder, half teaspoon Garam Masala powder, 1/4 teaspoon hing or Asafoetida, 1 teaspoon salt. Now you can adjust the salt according to your taste. So we're going to bind all these ingredients together. For this I'm adding half cup of besan or gram flour, and to give a nice crunch I'm adding 1/4 cup of rice flour. So if you don't have rice flour, you can also do it just with besan, that is the gram flour. Add 1 teaspoon of oil. Now mix everything together. So you can see when you start mixing everything, it all binds together beautifully. The rice starts holding shape. So you can check for seasoning at this point, and if you want to add a bit of salt, you can add before you start making the pakodas. Just dab a little oil on your palms. It will be easier while you roll because the rice mixture can be a little sticky. This way it's easier to roll. So take a little bit of the mixture and shape it to desired shapes. You can make them round or you can make them like fingers. So I'm going to make them like fingers here. Not too thick or too thin, just to a medium sized finger shape. So this is good enough. So I've rolled all the rice mixture to nice finger shape. Take a kadai, pour enough oil for deep frying. Once the oil is hot, gently drop in the prepared fingers. Cook the rice pakodas on low flame because these have to cook through. Deep fry them till you get a lovely golden brown color. So now you don't have to worry about any leftover rice. You can make these delicious and crispy rice pakodas. So for the garlic egg fried rice, I've taken 2 bulbs of hill garlic which I recently bought from the Kodai Hills. So I was very excited to share this recipe with you guys because we're going to use a lot of garlic and it's got this lovely nice fresh flavors. Peel the skin from the garlic, cut into thin slices and keep it aside. So I've taken 3 eggs for this recipe. Add a pinch of salt and lightly beat it. To the kadai or a wok, add 1 tablespoon of oil. Next, add the sliced garlic. So the garlic is going to infuse all the flavors into the oil. So once the garlic slices have turned to a nice golden color, adding 3 red chillies finely chopped. Now if you don't have these fresh red chillies, you can always use green chillies. Next, add the spring onion whites. This is a small bunch, chop it into small pieces. So now I'm going to add the eggs. Just cook the eggs, make a quick scramble of that. So once the eggs are cooked, I'm going to add a bowl of rice. This is a day old rice, you can see. You can take it out from the refrigerator and directly put it into the wok. Or you can just bring it to room temperature and use it. Keeping the flame on a medium low, just mix everything together. So now I'm going to season it with salt, 1 teaspoon, pepper 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of light soy sauce. Just add a few chopped spring onion greens. So you can mix everything together and check for seasoning at this point. So if you need to add extra pepper, if you'd like it a little more spicy, you can add a little pepper. So now you can increase the flame to a medium high and start mixing everything together till it's all well combined. So once you've mixed everything, turn off the stove and you can serve this garlic fried rice nice and hot. So now I'm going to make a fried egg for the fried rice. Just pour a teaspoon of oil. Make sure the pan is fully coated. Now I'm just keeping this cutter so that it's placed in the center. But if you don't have the cutter, don't worry about it, just do it without the cutter. Just season it with a little salt, just sprinkle a little. Add some fresh pepper. I'm going to serve this flavorful garlic egg fried rice with 1 fried egg. Now this is optional. So first we're going to prepare the dough for this rice chapatis. To the mixer jar, add the leftover rice. So I'm just adding about a bowl of rice. So this is yesterday's cooked rice. So we wouldn't want to waste, the steamed rice that we have at home. I've made a couple of recipes where we can use leftover rice. I'll give you the links in the description, you can check them out as well. Next, add a teaspoon of salt. Add 1 cup of atta, that is whole wheat flour. So you can adjust the quantity of the wheat flour, that is the atta, according to the quantity of rice that you are using. So once this is done, just gently mix that and we're going to grind everything to a nice doughy consistency. Gently mix it again. So now let's check on this dough. So it's become to a nice doughy ball consistency. So now I'll just show you how it looks. You can see how nicely it's all combined. It looks just like this regular chapati dough that we mix. It's a little sticky, but we have to again knead it a little more. So transfer this dough into a nice wide bowl. We're going to knead it a little more. So when I actually made these particular chapatis at home, I was extremely surprised how soft and how delicious these were. And I really didn't know that we could do such an amazing roti using leftover rice. Just add a little more of atta because we're going to knead this. You don't want it too sticky. So just knead it just like how you would knead the usual chapati dough. So I'm just going to add a teaspoon of oil now. So drop in your comments and let me know what you guys would do if you had leftover rice at home. So would you normally experiment making any new dishes, or you would make some snacks, or what would you normally do if you had leftover rice at home. So you can see how nicely it's coming together. So if you feel it's a little more sticky, just dust it with a little more flour. So you can see it's coming together beautifully. Everybody will be surprised if you tell them this is made with rice. So you can see the dough is come together so beautifully. It's not sticky anymore. So this is the consistency that you want. I'm just going to add 2 to 3 drops of oil. Just rub it all over the dough and let this sit for about 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, let's start rolling out these chapatis. So now I'm going to divide the dough into equal sized dough balls. So let's start rolling out the chapatis. Just dust the dough ball with a little flour. Gently press it and start rolling it out. So you can see I've rolled it out a bit thin, but not too thin, and you don't want it too thick either. So this is a nice size. Start rolling out all the dough balls in the same manner, and then we will start frying them. Heat the tawa. Once the tawa is hot, just place it on top. Just keep flipping it a few times till you get those nice brown spots. So maintain the flame on a medium high. So if you see, it cooks just like a regular chapati, and let me tell you, it is so soft and so delicious. So you can see all those brown spots. Now I'm going to just drizzle a little bit of ghee. Now the ghee is optional. If you'd like it nice and dry like fulkas, you can enjoy them as well. But yeah, I'd like a little ghee on my chapati. Just a little bit. I have all the ingredients for making the batter here. To a mixer jar, add 3/4 cup of semolina, that is suji. Grind it to a fine powder. Remove it and keep it aside. To another tall mixer jar, add 2 cups of cooked leftover rice, 3/4 cup of the powdered suji, that is semolina, 1/4 cup rice flour, half teaspoon salt. Next, add half cup of sour curd. Close the mixer jar and grind everything without adding any water first. Now add little water at a time to grind the mixture into a nice smooth batter. Pour water at intervals to get the right consistency. So once the batter is nice and smooth and it's come to a nice pouring consistency, remove from the mixer jar and keep it aside. The batter is ready for making the dosas. Heat a tawa, take a little bit of the batter and pour it onto the tawa. Now I'm making these little mini dosas. You can make them however you like. Pour a little bit of ghee on the sides of the dosas. If you want, you can also add oil instead of ghee. Once the dosas are cooked on one side, flip it to the other side. So you can see the dosas have come to a lovely golden brown color. Remove from the tawa and you can serve it nice and hot. So next time you have some leftover rice at home, don't worry about it. You can try and make these instant dosas and enjoy it with any chutney of your choice. You can see it's so easy to make these, and they're so soft and spongy. You can also make mini uttapams if you like. You can store this batter for up to 2 days in the refrigerator.